Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take another look here at Luna, see what's going on, of course, help you understand best practice and big picture. If you're new to the channel though, not a financial advisor, love teaching people how to trade, and I hope you can learn a thing or two here today. I've been trading for over 15, 16 years now, and I can tell you do learn a few things over the years, and it's not always about technical analysis. A lot of it's your mindset and having a good mentality going into your trading day. Those are all things I cover in my trading academy. CryptoCache.tech is a website, again, if you want to become a better trader. Link in the description below. Thanks again so much to also my current community members. You make my life so much better, just being able to interact with you and help you day in, day out. It's so amazing. I'm very thankful for you. Appreciate that. This is a request from a community member, as a matter of fact, so we'll go ahead and just acknowledge that and move on. One day chart here, we're looking at, of course, we're up over 50 and under 70. This is the right place to be on the RSI. So we're still in good shape. Keep in mind 50 should work as a support level, which is synonymous in a lot of ways with $81. So I feel like 81 should be the most recent low that we're going to experience. We got a large candle wick down today, but that was because we saw a correction from Bitcoin and it's ramped back up. So we're effectively seeing this what I guess is what Dragonfly, if I'm not mistaken, for the Doji candle there, and it could very well result in a reversal. Okay, so that's a very good sign here, and what it's doing is testing this little trend line as well. So we're looking pretty good here in that sense, whereas we're continuing to make higher lows, right? You can see the higher lows. Now, even though we're not making higher highs any longer, that's not the end of the world, as long as we continue to make higher lows. That's the important thing, is get the second and then potentially a third or fourth low up, and we're going to be just fine shape. Because again, if we continue to make higher lows, it's inevitable to make another higher high and to continue that progression back upwards. Okay. So again, I think Luna is still in very, very good shape here. I like that the RSI is calming down. I like that we are in pretty good shape there. Obviously, we have a MACD divergence here. That is pretty standard for the situation. I don't think that's going to last tremendously longer though. So again, mostly good here. I would say 60-40 split for the 1 day. Looking at the 4 hour, we are underneath the 50, unfortunately, which isn't terrible. What I mean by that is I'd rather be up over the 200 than the 50. In that sense, the 200 is going to still be working as a support level. It's going to become fairly synonymous with this trend line too, which is nice. It's going to keep working its way up, holding the price action higher. So heaven forbid we lose this price action here and this trend line. The next available support is right around $75 with the 200 SMA. I personally feel that $81 is probably the likely bottom here. Again, if we close below $81, then we might be faced with a lower low, and that would be a different scenario, but we're still making higher lows, and that's the important thing. So again, not bad shape there. Take a look at TD sequential. We can see we came all the way down to an 8 and got a reset. So we do have a likelihood of another 24 to 48 hours worth of continuation back to the upside. How high will it go? I'm not sure, but what would be nice is if it broke $95 and started making higher highs again. That would be excellent. So ultimately, if we can close above 95 in the next couple trading days, we'll be right back in good shape, continue higher. That may not happen, of course, just to prepare you for the worst. Heaven forbid the price keeps making lower lows, and we effectively bounce off the 200. We could see $75 in the near future. I don't personally hope or foresee that happening based on this trend line that's continuing and working its way up. Trend lines have a tendency of coming to full fruition. They've been doing very well recently in the overall sense of how Bitcoin's been progressing too with this upward trend line. So I think that concurrent with Luna, it is a very good sign here in the sense of the fact that Luna had to retrace, it was overextended, and of course, we're still seeing higher lows. That is an inevitability, right? If we continue to do these higher low dance, right, it'll keep doing one of these, and inevitably, we'll go ahead and see a push to the upside to start with new price discovery where we get the price to continue much, much higher. Okay. Again, a lot of room to grow between now and then, but that is essentially what we're looking for, right? But all in all, if we look at the RSI here, we are still stuck under 50. And I wouldn't even say stuck. Stuck isn't a good word to use because it has proven to resist itself a little bit, but if we can't break above here soon, we can expect the price to continue to progress downward. So I would say if we can't get a 4-hour candlestick close above 50 on the RSI, then we might expect the price to continue to progress lower and to essentially be able to hit that point in which we hit maybe, I would say $81 would be the first target. Second dollar cost average target would be somewhere in the range of 75 to 77. Okay, so again, it could essentially come back down lower, which would just basically give us a better price point. Honestly, it's nothing wrong with averaging down, because I do believe Luna is going to be a really strong big picture. Take a look here, of course, at the Ichimoku cloud. if you have a short position open, you want to consider closing it because it looks like it's recovering nicely. So, there's no reason to take a long position per se. And it doesn't give us that confirmation yet. We want to be above the cloud first before that happens, but we're trending closer to a reversal here, and it does look like that inevitability is coming. Taking a look at TD sequential as well. We're at a 5. We have potential of 4 more hours of continuation to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some consolidation here soon, depending on how Bitcoin closes in the 1 day. Would really help us understand how Luna is going to perform this weekend. So we'll take another look at Luna here soon to kind of establish that and understand once we address how Bitcoin is behaving. Right now, Bitcoin is performing quite well though. It's shooting up 41,500 right in that range there, testing another key level resistance zone. But if we get that close today over just say 40,000, which I think is pretty likely, we should have a continuation over the weekend likely to the upside. So again, Bitcoin's looking fairly decent in that sense. Having more volume today than yesterday is extremely important. That's very helpful. All right, and same thing with Luna too. I do believe we're seeing overall a little bit more volume here in just the last couple of hours than we have seen previously, which is good. And then ultimately too, if we look at to see, let's double check one other thing on the daily. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to double check we're not having any type of hidden bearish divergence. So yeah, we're looking good here. Honestly, big picture, Luna looks great. Just pay attention to how today's candle closes. We can close right here. That's a big sign of a reversal when you see a candlestick like this. Okay, that really just implies we'll probably see a push to the upside to continue to honor this ascending type of pattern. All right, so all good stuff here for Luna. I really like it. I think you're in good shape if you want to consider adding to your position. Just know we don't have a full-on green light to consider taking a position, essentially, for lack of better terms, according to the cloud, because we haven't got that confirmation yet. So if you'd like to wait on a confirmation from the cloud, we're not there yet, but this is a very strong reversal sign. Also, just keep in mind, too, Bitcoin has potential to sell off down to 39,000, potentially even this weekend. If that were to happen, we will see a correction from Luna to possibly break $81. Okay, so just to kind of throw it out there, Luna is, yes, fairly independent of Bitcoin in its own regard, but obviously Bitcoin sells off, Luna does as well because it is still overextended, right? You need to acknowledge that. When coins are overextended and Bitcoin sells off, there's a very similar type of behavior that happens. Yes, Luna's proven to recover quite nicely, but since Luna is a bit on the overextended side, we're going to see corrections like this happen more frequently than we'd like, because again, it's one of the most profitable and few profitable coins in the market right now, and that's where the whales are going to take their profits based on the fact that Bitcoin's potentially going lower, right? Bitcoin drops, then the oh shit handle comes out, and Luna starts becoming one of those coins where we gotta take our profits immediately. So just kind of be mindful of that in that sense. Slight correction from Bitcoin could lead to another candle wick like this. Again, just be prepared there, of course. So let's not be naive going to this here. Bitcoin is not going to shoot to 46,000 tomorrow. Let's be realistic here. But on the same accord, if Bitcoin does correct itself down, we could expect another correction from Luna. All right? Just hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's all I have for today. I hope you learned something. Of course, you're not currently a community member, consider subscribing. CryptoCache.tech is a site. I look forward to getting to know you better and working with you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.